Alright guys, what a good Sabbath. So we're almost 6:30, so Sabbath is almost over, but guys, I did the video and all that stuff for you this morning, but then I got to go to the river, and you know what it's like to pack everything up, get on your bicycle, get on your mountain bike, like, you know how much stuff I've been through today? It's totally crazy. Get all of you, like your raft and all of your gear and all your panniers on your bike, and then you bike like a mile, and then the bridge is out, and they had just dug with this thing, like the big excavator type thing. So it's like straight, like almost straight down. I just slid down the hill. It was too steep to even like put your footprints in to like try to slid down the hill with my e-bike's like 60 pounds, so once it starts going it really wants to go, and then I had my raft and all my panniers on there, so I'm like went flying down this hill, made it to the other side, went up the freaking other side of this thing. That was just the start. Then I biked like, I don't know how far to even get to the river. Jumped a bunch of deer. It's really cool when you jump the deer and then they run over in the woods and then they just run and you're biking right next to them and you just get to see them. And then I got all the way down to the river, jumped through, found some people down there on a side-by-side. They're Amish people. And this Amish guy had these two Amish girls out down by the river. And I'm like, I stopped in there, I'm like, you guys own this property? They're like, no. I'm like, okay, I was just asking because I want to put in right here, and didn't want to, there's a whole bunch of no trespassing signs, so I didn't want to get in trouble. Then I start talking to these Amish people, and it's like, I'm like, so how exactly are you allowed to have a side-by-side? How does that work? And then they're like, oh, it's my neighbor's. And then the guy's sitting there, he's smoking, and he's trying to hide it. And I'm like, there's no way you're allowed to smoke. You know, I'm thinking, and then I'm looking at the girls, and I'm just like, these are the Amish rebels. So I had a chat with them. That was kind of fun. Then I put in, there's some people coming down. I get everything ready, get my fishing pole ready, get ready to cast, and I'm like, dude, you better go get your net, clip your net on, because you know when you're gonna cast, the unexpected, you're gonna catch that fish when you're not expecting it. And it's probably gonna come like right now. Like, and what happened? I mean, sure enough, I'm like, second cast, boom, pull this guy. I was just like, so I just yanked it and then ran really quick over into the shoreline and then threw him under the net. So I got to fish. The father gave me 4 fish today. I just got done eating. My goodness, dude, it was so good. I don't know if there's anything better than like fresh fish that you just spent the day catching. I mean, that's really up there on the list of things that are like a real treat. I mean, it's really good. Perfectly, I don't use the batter and all that weird stuff that people put all the like shake and bake and just destroy their food. It's just, I'll boil it in water for about 5 minutes and then strain it, put some cold water on it, strain it, put it out on a plate, de-skin, debone, and then put it back in a fry pan with olive oil, and then I put Himalayan salt and a lot of garlic. Like, coat the whole freaking thing in garlic, and then you flip it and you let it kind of, it doesn't fry, but it gets a little crunchy. and then you do the same thing on the other side. It's like, takes like 5 minutes. Dude, it is so good. So I just had 4 fish. I'm like, yes. So good. So I paddled. There were other people there actually on the river today, which was weird. And everybody's like, dude, I like your setup. Everybody's always like, I like your setup. How did you like, what's the whole, and they're like trying to figure out the whole thing. And I'm like, you can put on and you're with your mountain bike wherever you want. You can get off the river wherever you want. You can camp overnight if you want to. You can, like, I don't know. It's just really, it's really cool. So I got to talk to people, talk to some people about the Lord, but I was kind of I was being very reserved today. I was like, Father, I'm enjoying my peace today. I'm not really. I already made a video for you. You know what I mean? I'm like, the guy offered me a beer, and I was just like, I actually thought about it today. I was like, nah. I'm like, the Lord deliver me from that stuff. I don't really want to start that again. Anyhow, caught a bunch of fish, and then this thunderstorm rolls in, and I mean, you could tell it was coming in, and we were just missing it the whole day. And then it came overcast. You could hear the lightning and the thunder like right over you, and it was just like enough that it would make most people freak out. And then I paddled to the side, and I kind of knew this was going to come because right before I left, the Lord was telling me to like get my rain gear. And I'm like, I'll be all right. I know what to do. If I need to do what I have to do, I know what to do, even with having no rain gear, so I can survive a storm. When the storm comes in, it can be 80, 85, 90. But when the storm comes in, the rain that's falling is freezing cold. The wind that's blowing is cold. When you get wet and wind is blowing, you're freezing cold. So you can go from 85, 90 and then be in a panic where you're not able to get to shelter or get to anywhere, and for like 4 hours, you could be like, I mean, you're not going to freeze to death, but it's going to be pretty freaking miserable. And I pulled over. I took out I've got my like fish, what do you call it? I have a like thing, like a fishing, there's a name for it. Stringer. Okay, but I have my own like stringer that I made out of paracord with carabiners, like tiny carabiners, so that it works the way I want it to. And then I can use that to pull the raft if I want to, or to clip it on the back of my life vest if I feel like. Sometimes I just like walking the river and then just fishing. And then you can get up in some deep water. You can go up on logs. There's all sorts of different things. Sometimes there's logs where you want to catch. There will be walleye. There's certain holes that will hold walleye, but you have to jig for walleye. You can't. So if you want to explore those things and just spend time, you've got to do different things, take a couple different lures. But it was just so like, I disappeared, went bridges out, went down this thing, up this thing, biked through all this stuff, got to down to these trails, got on the river, went through all of these, you know what I mean, on the river, navigating through all these things, caught these fish, and was still like, everyone else was paddling, and I was keeping up with them even while I was catching fish, cleaning fish, getting stuff ready, doing all the stuff. And then I was so far ahead of the group of people that when the storm came, I was like, nah. I'm like, I got a pretty good shelter under these trees next to the river. So I paddled over, took my stringer, used that, put it around the log, and then used my dry cover, pulled it up, slid down, slid down in my in my kayak, then spread my legs out inside the kayak, and then pull my cover up over to keep my body heat warm. And it's all black. I'm all green. I'm totally like sitting back in next to this log. Like you could barely even see that I'm sitting back there. I've got my hat on like this, you know what I mean? I'm just sitting back there. I'm nice and warm. I'm watching the rain. It's the trees and everything. It's raining so freaking hard that it's raining up off of the water. I'm just chilling back here, and I was just like, thank you, Father. Like, I've been through so many things with you. Like, I just think, like, the Father's preparing me for, like, when Team Satan goes full Team Satan. And I'm just like, you know how unprepared people are. You know how long it's taken for me to get to this point where I'm just like, yeah, this is nice. This is nice. You know, and then that group of people finally they're paddling like paddling like crazy trying to get off the river. Everybody, like the girls are in bikinis. The guys are in shorts, and they're getting out. They're dragging. They don't know how to read the water. They're trying to drag their kayaks over stuff because they can't read the channels. They're freezing. They're freaking out. They're like, you know, and I'm just like thinking about all the like. My girlfriend would never be like that. Like, my girlfriend would be over here, you know, my wife from the Lord, we'd be over here chilling like this, like totally prepared. We'd be fine. Thanking the Father, you know what I mean? Watching the rest of the crazy people be crazy, like unprepared, crazy. I went through so much in like one day. It's like, it's crazy. And then after about 45 minutes, everything kind of cleared off. Then I came out. There were other people, finally another group came down. Talked to some of the people in that group. All the guys were fishing, and none of them could catch any fish. And I was just smiling like, the Lord's taught me all these little secrets, you know, that work. And I'm just like, well, I don't know. I mean, sometimes you're like, Lord, why does it pay to be set apart? And why do I suffer for you? And why? But you know what? I really do love the favor. I love sometimes that nobody gets it. I love how prepared I am on so many levels. I don't really get to ever talk about it because I don't really want people to know about stuff, but it's really cool. It's really cool. So, yeah, so I paddled the rest of the way down, talked to some people, got to the dam. There used to be like a dam wall that had a mill, and the wall fell down, and then within like last year or something, the river actually took out another huge section of reinforced rebarred concrete. The river, I don't know where it went because it didn't just like fall over, it's gone. How much water has to go down the river to take, you know, a chunk of concrete the size of a truck with rebar and disappear it? I mean, crazy. So, I was just like, and then a tree had fallen down on that side, and that's the side that you normally would portage around. And I was just like, dude, I really do not want to portage through that right now. And I was just like, so I came up to where the damn thing was, and I was just like, all right, Father, please protect me. Like, I do not want to dump my e-bike and ruin my e-bike in the river. And so we ran the rapid, and everything was cool. I mean, you never really know. So you never want to risk it, you know. But it was cool. Ran the rapid, everything was fine. Packed up everything. Then I'm watching these guys pull out their kayaks and go up the hill, then they go back down, and then they pull up all their stuff for their girlfriends, and their girlfriends are just standing there in their bikinis. And some of the girls have tattoos all over them, and I'm just like, why, dude? Why did you ruin your body? You could have been hot, and then you went and put all that crap all over you. Like, why? I don't know. Packed up everything. I just rolled all my stuff up, put it right back on my bike, climbed up out of this thing, got on my bike, and then just biked, I don't know how many miles, like 5 miles, 7 miles back to the house. Got here, was able to do all my laundry and everything, cook the fish, take a shower, get ice, do this, get the generator going, get the AC cool, get a video uploaded for you. And I'm just like, what a full day. Like, I got to work out a little bit, I got to bike a little bit, I got to paddle a little bit, I got to fish a little bit. I got a little excitement with the storm, a little excitement with some rapids, and going around the bridge that was out. I'm like, what a good day. It's been a good day. So I was like, well, we got a little bit of time left before Sabbath is over, so I was like, what should we talk about? Does it pay to serve the Lord? Of course. Are you going to be set apart from everyone and you can't be a part of them anymore? You can't be a part of the world. There's going to be a division, and you're not supposed to cross back over to where they're at. Everyone that I talk to is still in the world, on their way out of the world, or needs to make the decision to cut ties with the other things to show the Father their full devotion to get out. I haven't really met anyone who's like, no, I walked away from everything, I'm out. Where when I talk to them, the things that they're saying, I've already experienced, and vice versa, and we're edifying each other. That just never happens. I know you're out there, you're just probably not making videos. The Lord didn't tell me to make videos for, gosh, like probably 10 years of our walking with Him. So, I get it. I know you're out there somewhere. So, I don't know. Cling to the Father and obey His voice. And you got to understand, it's just part of the suffering, and the separation, and our choosing the separation is just part of the suffering that we've got to endure, to be set apart. No one's really ever going to understand who we are, Unless they make the decision themselves, they're never going to understand. But we understand, and the favor is actually pretty freaking awesome. And, I don't know, it is what it is. And the scriptures apply, When you actually, all things work together for the good, for them who are the called, according to His purpose, It's nice when the scriptures actually apply to you, not when you're trying to, I name it and claim it, and I speak it to power, and all of the bullshit, that people say. No. You're not naming it and claiming it, and annoying God with your many prayers and your long prayers and all your things. Doesn't work. God's not impressed. But just being there in that place with Him, recounting your journey out and the things that cost you to get there, the favor that you have, and how amazing and wonderful it really is, how few people really know. I don't know, guys, isn't it? It's worth it. In the end, it's worth it. I'm going to be sitting there in my little boat. Ooh. I'm going to be sitting there in my little boat, sitting there like this, sitting there in my ark, while all this stuff comes upon the earth, still praising the Lord. And the floods are going to come, and the fires are going to come, and the drought's going to come, and the Team Satan, I'm lasering your house off the map's going to come, and I'm going to tax you out of your home is going to come, and I'm going to shut you off and you can't buy or sell, it's going to come. And I'll still be here. serving the Lord, saying the things that Christianity doesn't want to hear, that the world isn't ready to hear, and eating my fish, growing my vegetables, getting my great food out of my greenhouse, hunting some deer, you know? So, it's worth it. It's worth it. Even if the Father wants to take you and test you and try you and put you through all sorts of things, it's such a hassle. Still worth it. Still worth it. So, yeah. Hey guys, I'm still single. I'm 44. I'm single. I can run laps around guys half my age though. And if you actually believe God and you believe what's written in this book, God says that this evil beast is going to rise up and he's going to judge the whole earth. And in Revelation he says that there's a remnant who come out and they prepare a place. They're going to be like Noah. You know who Noah was? Someone who actually believed God, who didn't go along with everybody else. He prepared an ark. I prepared an ark. God taught me how to prepare an ark and a life. And I prepared a life and a house in gardens and vineyards and blueberries and blackberries and apple trees and fig trees and all sorts of stuff for a wife. And the Lord says he's going to bring me a wife. So wife, where you at, wife? Right now the Lord's bringing me you, and I need to talk to the Lord's wife, but he says he's going to bring me a wife. And he says it comes right towards the end. Right towards the end. And I'm like, Father, we're getting pretty darn close. Pretty close. So, wife, where you at? Where you at? Like, do you want to go on little mini adventures? Do you want to have, are you completely content with not acting like the world, not being religious, but like fully serving the Lord? Do you want a husband who isn't going to lie to you, cheat on you, treat you bad? Who's going to love you? Actually, I don't know. You gotta go through all the worldly guys, get your heart broke like 15 times before you realize that you gotta go through the religious guys until you finally realize you don't want the religious guy either, right? You don't want to be a nun. There's no fun in being a nun. God's given us bodies. We can have sex. We can have fun. We can live in faith and do exciting things. The church people will look down on you if you do that. We can live in faith and have a zeal for God that other people won't have. I don't know. Anyhow, guys. If the people really believed, wouldn't they build their own ark? Wouldn't they? If you knew what the book said, wouldn't you be doing that too if you really believe God? Some would say, if you're not showing God faith through your works, then what's the point of saying that you believe in anything at all? So if you say that you believe that there's a coming destruction, if you say that here's Team Satan and here's all the evil things they're doing, well, what are you doing about it? And if you're a woman, you're probably going to want a good husband or someone who really serves the Father, so that you have the favor of the Father, and so that they can keep your ass alive through what's coming and safe. And once upon a time, women used to honor men and treat them that way. And when the woman honored the man like that, the man was like, I really like you. I like you a lot. It's worth laying down my life for you. But now, look around at the women. Not so much, huh? Now the guys are running for the hills. They're like, I just want my peace. If you serve God, you can have both. You can have your peace, and the Father will fulfill His promise. And you can live with zeal, and you don't have to be like a Christian hypocrite and be conformed to a religion. It's really freeing. Anyhow, all right, guys, I'm going to keep it under 30 minutes. I'll upload this for you Have a great week. Next new moon is the August the 14th. That'll be the new moon of the 5th month. So no more appointed times until the 7th month, besides Sabbath and new moon. Okay? All right. Love you guys. Serve God.